guys, welcome back to Chiara DIY What. Today we are going over another Dollar Tree tutorial, but this time I'm using fall decor that I had left over from the season and turned it into Halloween decor, featuring this witch's broom. So I hope that you are super excited, as I am super excited, to show you this tutorial because I can't believe it's already Halloween season already. Well, not actually, but sort of, kind of. I'm already decorating for the season. Don't worry, all the materials for this tutorial will be listed down in the box below. So let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's DIY. As you can see, taking the pumpkin off the stand was a little harder than I thought it would be, so I used scissors to kind of get started and then gently tugged. It broke off a little jagged, but it wasn't an issue at all for the overall purpose. You'll want to take off the bottom portion of the plunger prior to the next step. I wanted the flat ends of the handles glued together, so I sanded the top of the handle because it was round so that I could glue that in onto the pumpkin, which I used as a base that would help the broom stand without assistance. I sanded the top part until it was flat enough to glue to the base. You'll want to take the mesh and wrap it around the handle starting from the top. I kind of just wrapped it as I spun the handle and filled in any gaps as I went along. I added glue to the beginning and the end to hold the mesh in place. I decided to paint the letters early so that while they dried, I can work on other parts of the broom and then go back and add another coat. I added 2 coats and I thought 2 coats was good enough for the lettering. For the ornaments, I mixed white with a little bit of black to make it a lightish gray for the pumpkin and the cat ornament. Make sure you're gentle with taking the signs off of the stake. They aren't flimsy, but they aren't the actual wood, and you don't want it to snap. I took a sanding block from the Dollar Tree to sand off the paint and wording from the previous signage. Sanding is always a task, so be patient. I personally like to sand down until the surface is super smooth, so that's what I did here. Once I started to paint, the first 2 signs were really easy to paint over with the orange paint, but once I got to the 3rd sign, it was a little harder to cover the welcome part, so I had to grab the battery operated sander to get the surface better ready for a paint job, and the sander did it. I painted the sign about 3 times with the orange paint to make sure that you weren't able to see the welcome part of it, and I also kind of added a little bit of black paint to the signage as well, just to kind of let it blend in. So I added another coat of the black, a little hint of black to each of the signs to give it a better flow. I personally like to place my lettering down before I actually glue it down, just to avoid finding out that there's not enough space after it's already glued down. I've done that before. It's not fun trying to go back and pick up the lettering once it's been glued down, so I just like to place it out before I glue it down. I also made sure to kind of put the word broom over where you might have seen the welcome sign, so I placed it like strategically where that part of the word was on the first sign. I cut a yard of burlap, which is sponsored by burlapfabric.com. They have an amazing assortment of burlap, so you should definitely check them out. The link for their website will be listed down below. So from the yard of burlap, I cut about 45 strips. The length of each strip can just be decided on personal preference. From there, I took each piece and placed it around the handle how you would normally see a broom. I used the corded jute twine for a secure hold on the first layer of burlap, and then I continued onto the second layer, added more strips, and then another piece of the corded twine. Again, as I was saying before, the length of the strips is definitely personal preference. I decided to cut the strips of the burlap even shorter to give it a better broom-like appearance, but kept them long enough to cover the pumpkin base. You're now ready to glue the sign onto the handle. You can do that however you want. You can place it however you like. And once you have it to where you like it, you are done. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click the bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. And if you are enjoying my tutorials, click this one down here so that you can get another tutorial that I've done recently. Thanks for watching. See you next week.